Playtime's over, boy.
This is LJJ's Lawncare. I'll be there in a jiffy to make your lawn be crispy and squared. This is LJJ's Lawncare. My prices are so thrifty, you might just want to tip me, I'm rare. This is LJJ's Lawncare. Whether it's scorching or it's nippy, in the morning I will swiftly be there. This is LJJ's Lawncare. Just call me if you need me. No stalling, I'm not greedy, I'm fair.
Welcome to South City, St. Louis. What's up, y'all? Larry Johnson Jr. back again with another LJJ Lawncare video. If you guys been tuning in, I hope you guys been enjoying these oddly satisfying videos. So today we're gonna talk about how I came from class clown to grass crowned. So when I was a kid, I used to go to school. I was the kid that you would notice real fast in class who really didn't pay attention, nor was I too cooperative. I was not cooperating with the teacher. It's just the way that I was. So what ended up happening is that they put me in special ed, y'all. Yeah, your boy was in special ed, special education. They placed me in the basement of the school, y'all. They said that I was retarded or slow. That's what they said about me. And from my understanding is that I was just a kid who just wanted to have fun. I always been that way. I like to play and have fun, but I didn't know when you go to school, you have to stop having fun and be serious. So they placed me, like I said, in special ed. I was around kids that had Down syndrome. One person in my class, she had a crush on me. She was Down syndromeized, and it was what it was. I was kind to her. I think her name was Mindy. And this has happened when I was a kid, so I'm like, hey, I know for a fact I don't belong down here. What do I need to do? They said, well, Larry, you have a hearing disorder disability. What is that? That's when you can't comprehend what the teachers are saying to you. I'm like, look, I comprehend and understood everything that y'all saying to me. It's just that what y'all saying is boring and it's not appealing to me. So I said, how do I get up out this basement? How do I get up out this dungeon and go back into general population? They was like, you have to do good on your grades. So I'm like, okay, well, that's simple. So I just started paying attention and writing the correct answers on the paper. This stuff was super easy, y'all. It's nothing to do. And so they said, we can't hold you down here, but we'll keep a close eye on you. We'll release you back into general population. So they released me back into general population. But while I was down there, y'all, let me tell you, when I was down in the basement, my friends, you know, they will walk past the class and they see me in there, they'll be pointing and laughing like, Larry crazy. He know he don't supposed to be up in there. They knew I ain't supposed to be in there. I was actually a good kid, an intelligent kid. It's just that they just felt as though I should have been paying attention to what was going on. And I should have had just been writing the correct answers. So, again, this is about how I came from class clown to grass crown. So, now this is real stuff that I'm about to talk about on here. I told you about they had me in special education down there because they felt as though I wasn't paying attention and I was doing too much in class. I was distracting the class. I was very funny. I was just, you know, the guy. That's all it was. I was the guy. During school, all my life, I noticed that they'll be asking the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now, mind you, I've been asked this question all my life, y'all. All my life. I was just a person that didn't know what I wanted to be. It wasn't no big deal, but it was a lot of pressure as a kid. Just you have to know what you want to be. You want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a surgeon, whatever it is. It had to be going to college. You know, it wasn't. They didn't really speak about trade schools and all that type of stuff when I was coming up. To me, my guidance counselor, you know, they asking questions. They even had created a test or something that's supposed to help guide you on your decisions on what you want to be. That didn't really work out too well for me, you know, because when I take the assessment test, it'll come out saying that basically I could be anything. So that was a problem right there. They like, you need to make a decision. What is it that you want to be? I'm like, I don't know. So when I graduated from high school, the people had gave me a card and they said, call this person and go check them out. You know, it was Goodwill. I went up there, I called, I checked them out. I went in there and I seen that they had me by, you know, people, special people. I'm just gonna say that it was a lot of special people working there. They was like, hey, you ready to work? I'm like, what? No. I left the scene right there and I said, I didn't even know that that's what they was talking about. Like, I don't know what they was talking about. I thought it was just a simple job. Now, while I want y'all to know this, while I was in school, I was actually working since the age of 16. My first job was at White Castles. Then I ended up working at the bread company. My dad kept on telling me,
go to the army and become a man.
So I wasn't going to the military. That was just out of the question. I'm not interested in that concept, so boom. Moved on from there. Then
if you're not going to go to the military, you need to be going to a trade school or something. Get you a skill and go make you some money.
So I'm like, okay, Dad, I'll try to do something. He said,
be a plumber. Their houses is next door to the doctor's.
I'm like, okay. No, I really didn't understand or comprehended that though, what he was actually saying. I understand it today. Plumbers' homes are next to the doctors. So that means that they are making some nice money. Now, so I went to Job Corps. I was way advanced, meaning that I was ahead of the students. A lot of kids over where I was going to school at Job Corps, they didn't have their high school diploma. Job Corps was like the last bottom line ideal of what to do. They had an assessment test to see where you should be at and everything. I didn't do good on that assessment test. Again, I have my high school diploma, but getting a high school diploma is easier than getting a GED. First of all, they wanted me to live on campus. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to live on campus. I got a home to stay. No, thank you. After I refused to live on campus, they was like, you can't go here unless you live on the campus. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna live on the campus. Then somebody found out, hey, he don't have to live on campus. He already has his high school diploma. He has somewhere to live. Job Corps was for people that really was suffering a little bit, like who didn't have somewhere to live. They got kicked out of public school districts. So this is the last resort, which it is a good resort though. Like it was good for some people. So I took up HBI, that's home building institution. So I was into home building. It's like the jack of all trades. You learn how to do plumbing, electricity, concrete, drywall, painting, electrical. You know, you just the whole thing, man. You just learn as much as you can. So I went there, I was in that class, and then again, I'm still the class clown because I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? We just having a good time. Everybody want to be serious. I'm having a nice time. It's just the way it is. I'm having fun. I don't believe in going through life not having fun. So after I graduated from there, the instructor was like, hey, I got a job placement for you. Because usually that's how it works. You graduate, then these instructors have real serious connections where they place you in the union. So he's telling me, what do you want to do? I was like, I'm not sure. So I still didn't know what I want to be or what I want to do, even though I took up HBI. So I got home building institution under my belt. I can do carpentry and all this stuff, but I still wasn't interested in it. Just keeping it 100% real with you. And so I told him that, hey, a job, Home Depot just called me. I might be working there. He like, are you serious? Like, the jobs that I could provide you with will pay you like starting off $20 an hour. And you talking about going to Home Depot for, what was it, $10 an hour? I was like, yeah. And so he bowed his head, dropped his head like, this is a shame. Like, you know, I can see why people thought I was slow. It was just, yeah, I'd rather go to Home Depot. Like, so I worked at Home Depot and I ended up quitting there because I used to go to work with some black steel toe Kodiak grip work boots. It was very tough, y'all. These are tough shoes on my toes. I quit that because it was just too much. The concrete used to hurt my feet, seriously. So, left from there, and I ended up getting a job as a school bus driver. So I was a school bus driver. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, school bus driving. All right. Well, I worked at the school bus company for about a year, and then someone had informed me that Metro, bi-state, caller ride is hired. So I'm like, well, I'll put in for that because this ain't, you know, it ain't nothing wrong with the school bus driver, but you mean to tell me I got something that be going year round. So what I end up doing is putting an application at Colorado Metro, and then I love that job, y'all. Colorado Metro, that was my stuff. So I found my identity of what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a Metro Colorado driver, and I wrapped my whole identity within that. So if somebody asked me, what do you do for a living? Or I would tell them I'm a Colorado. It was good money. I used to dress up, used to wear the little uniforms. It was nice, y'all. It was nice to me. Eventually, you know, again, I'm still a kid in a way because I was like 25 years old, whatever, you know, young. I had ended up getting fired. After I got fired from there, I lost my whole identity because I was known and proud of being a Metro Colorado driver. My whole identity was wrapped in what I do for a living, and that was Colorado. So after that, I ended up going to college. This was the last resort now, because I couldn't go back to Job Corp. Now I got something to prove. Like I'm back in school. School was never for me from the get-go. It was just, I'm not happy about this, but I'm in school. Took the placement test. They placed me where I was supposed to be. I could read pretty good. I need to learn how to write a little better, so they placed me in some writing classes. My math, I had to start from the bottom on the math, y'all, just keeping it real. So what ended up happening, when I was in college, I was on the dean's list and everything because I took college serious now. Now I'm an adult and I take this stuff serious. So I am in college on the dean's list. I've been in the paper concerning the dean's list. I've done good in college. And the question still was, what do you want to be when I grow up? Now I have grown up and still don't know what I want to be or do. So I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Remember, the options that they presented was doctor, lawyer, plumber, electrician, judge, medic, firefighter, police officer, the basics. Nobody had ever said, do you want to do Lawncare or anything? All my life has been that way. No one had presented the ideal, do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to own some houses? It was always working for somebody else. It never had nothing to do with working for myself, doing my own thing. So, college. Didn't graduate, y'all. I was right there at the end. And I had woke up. I said, what the heck? Now, I want y'all to know, a lot of millionaires and billionaires, they didn't complete college. They wake up in college. College purpose is for you to actually make some connections and wake up. You know what I'm saying? To see this is real life. So anyway, I landed a good job, y'all. I remember I lost my identity with Colorado, so I was really lost in the sauce, y'all. And I didn't know what I want to be still in college. And I was just, I knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a Colorado driver, but that was over with. That was over with. So I got a job as parking enforcement officer, and I loved it. At first, I really loved it. It was pretty cool. You know, you got to still deal with people coming out yelling at you and cursing you out and stuff like that. But it was cool though. It gave me very thick skin. If y'all watch my video when I was at parking enforcement, that's when I started my business as a lawn care provider. You know, and this was like a desperado situation. This was real. They were saying either you're gonna get the shot or you're going to get fired. So they was threatening my livelihood, my lifestyle, and all that stuff with the job. Yeah, I remember the situation that was going on. He was either get it or get fired. So what I ended up doing, I said, I'm not finna get it. I have to do something to get up out of here. And so this is where it came to. It was like, lawn care. I found some videos. I said, well, look, I'm already, this is something I do anyway. How in the world did I not think of this? Boom. Started my lawn care business. And this is what I like to do. This is what I love to do, actually. So I want y'all to know, but if you having a problem in school and you don't know what you want to do and everything, just try this too. This is just another option. This may not be the exact thing for you, but just try it. You never know. I'm gonna tell you right now, I make good money. I don't work for nobody. I work for myself. I'm my own boss. I do what I want to do. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. It's perfect for my personality, for who I am. It's seasonal. I work hard now when the season is coming. I get out here and I make this money, but when off season comes, if I don't want to, I can just sit off. You can just sit during the wintertime. I don't know how it's, from where you're located, what's the temperatures be in the wintertime, but I don't have to work in the wintertime. Even though I got my business set up for when it snow, I'm out here in the snow and I'm making some money. Don't have to do that either, but that's just what I choose to do. I just wanted to present this as an option for you. If you don't know what you want to do, this is an actual, I feel like lawn care is not being advertised enough where people should know that there's other ways to make money. So I really want you guys to know that it's enough customers out here that need their yards cut and who is willing to pay you to make some money. So that's my contribution to the lawn care industry. And this is real. No, I'm not slow or dumb or anything, nor are you. You're more than likely you're not dumb or slow or anything. A lot of people don't know how to teach. A lot of people are boring. It's just, it is what it is. It's a system. It's a box. And you got to learn how to work it. You might be a kinesthetic learner. You probably need to experience what the teacher is teaching you. You might be a hearing learner, like a audible learner. Like you can listen to learn. Some people, like me, is visual learners. At the time when I was in school, it wasn't a lot of visuals. A lot of people probably might say, hey, they had a chalkboard. That don't mean jack diddly squat. Just because you got a chalkboard, that's not all that visual, unless you can draw real good and you can play some videos or something where, think of this. Imagine if they had YouTube when I was in school. You know what I'm saying? And they could teach like that. Like for real, if you want to learn anything, just go to YouTube. Seriously. But that's all I have to say, you guys. Like I said, from class clown to grass crown, I am the king of string. This is my thing. This is what I do. I'm really good at it. It is what it is. I will suggest that people look further into this. If you are interested in this, it's nothing to do, y'all, but to apply yourself. That's all you have to do. You have the choice of being a hustler in this, or you could be a businessman. The only difference between a hustler is that they're more flexible than a business. Hustles flow, businesses grow. That's just the way it goes. So make sure y'all like and subscribe and enjoy these videos, these highly satisfying videos. If this has been informative information for your eardrums, make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. And help support the channel, y'all. I'm trying to make this go up. I'm trying to bring it up. I pray that you guys are blessed. For those that understand and can relate, please drop comments. And if you don't understand or relate, still drop a comment if you feel you disagree with what I'm saying. It's okay. This is a channel where you can voice opinions of however you feel about whatever, or whatever logical concepts that you have that you can contribute to this situation or this conversation. I'ma holler at y'all in a minute.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace. LJJ's Lawn Care. I'll be there in a jiffy to make your lawn be crispy and squared. This is LJJ's Lawn Care. My prices are so thrifty, you might just want to tip me, I'm rare. This is LJJ's Lawn Care. Whether it's scorching or it's nippy, in the morning I will swiftly be there. This is LJJ's Lawn Care. Just call me if you need me. No stalling, I'm not greedy, I'm fair.